people are afraid of silence, which makes sense, and therefore silence can be filled with all kind of background noises, either some music or radio talk or the TV. So there's a psychological solace when we feel that the silence is completely veiled and muffled with all this noise, commotions, which kind of give this false comfort and bliss. And sometimes our thoughts are like just the background noise, and they're happening all the time, but they're not particularly destructive, and they're just trivial, and they don't have any depth or wisdom, which is totally okay too. And maybe we're thinking about that we went somewhere a few days ago, or maybe we start thinking about our trip to another country that happened 10 years ago, or maybe we're thinking about having a conversation with friends, or maybe we're just simply thinking about gossip that we have heard from reading a newspaper, or talking to somebody on the phone. But often our mind is in a conflict with reality. We don't like the way things are, we don't like what is happening, we don't like a lot of things about our life or what is happening in our life or in the world, and so we are in this silent war with the reality, and therefore there's this struggle in our mind. It's pretty much all the time there, and sometimes it come out, and other times it's there in a very subtle way. And then also we are trying to be somebody all the time, as well as we feel we are going somewhere to achieve this and that. Maybe we have a lot of objectives and goals and our ideas, and we are kind of working very hard to achieve that. And then also our mind is constantly judging the world and judging people, and therefore there is this ceaseless struggle, and also suffering too. Of course, they're very subtle. Suffering can be really subtle, and so our struggle, our inner struggle, can be very subtle. We can live with it because we can sometimes numb our inner struggle, sufferings with many things, with just some kind of superficial psychological solace, with the entertainment, all forms of indulgence. And therefore there's this very powerful sacred pause that we can practice, because with that it immediately unhooks from the drupa, the realm of conceptual aberration, and where we can drop right there all our struggle, all our suffering, and we can drop and make peace with reality, and we can just let go of our desire to counter reality and feel that we are in harmony with the way things are. The sacred pause, which is an unbelievably simple technique, it started with intention or experience the realm of ineffable, or the realm of a profound peace. And the sacred pause can be practiced at any given moment. It's not like that you have to be in the temple or sitting on the meditation cushion. It can be done anywhere, in your kitchen, in your living room, or while you're working in your office and looking at your email. It can be done at any given moment. The sacred pose can be done sometimes with a very simple technique. Many Buddhist teachers taught how to do that. In the Dzogchen tradition, they often use this mantra, which goes pat. The idea is that if you exclaim that mantra loud as much you can, and then it stops your thinking mind for a while, and it can take you to the Dharma Dhatu, or dimension reality that is freed from our thinking mind. So let's say you are cooking food in the kitchen, and then you can simply pause and stop chopping the vegetable. You can open your eyes, or suddenly you can close your eyes and just pause. Pause and stop whatever you're doing, and then energetically feel that you are unhooking yourself, or you're stepping away from that conceptual elaboration. This is a fancy word which means the thinking mind. To really step away from your thinking mind, from your thoughts, from your judgment, from your opinions. Just step away from all of them and just be. And sometimes maybe you are doing something. Maybe you are writing a letter, or maybe you are working in your backyard, or maybe you are talking to somebody on the phone. That can be a little bit tricky, right? Or maybe sometimes you're just sitting around, hanging around, and just pause now and then and stop whatever you're doing at that very moment. It doesn't have to be very ostentatious. It can take even a few seconds, but just pause. And pause. And energetic step away from your thinking mind. And then when you pause, you are able to just disidentify yourself from that thought. Or maybe you are caught up with some emotions without even knowing it. And with that pause, you have this freedom to not continuously indulge in that emotion, but just strip away from it, and then there's where that you can let go of your identification with that emotion. And that emotion can be anything. Can be jealousy, or can be hatred. So in that way, you don't really have to be in the meditation retreat all the time like those ancient hermits, but you can bring the monastery to your home wherever you go. You can bring the hermitage or the temple to your home and to wherever you go.